Look at this photograph before wrestling music turned to ass. We'll get back to that in a second. Music is a very important element of a wrestler's persona, and a former WWE music composer Jim Johnston did an amazing job to make sure music sums up wrestlers' character. Before making the theme song, he analyzed wrestlers' personality to make sure it fits. He looks at someone like Randy and thinks, oh, crazy ass motherfucker, I bet he hears voices. He probably talks to them too. And then he makes an absolute banger. Jim Johnston is very talented.
I can't sing that high.
He even made theme songs that don't have any vocals somehow fit the character. We rarely have that nowadays. Jim Johnston and his incredible talent is the reason why you love most of the WWE songs, or at least used to. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Great One, that is my legal name. Music is very important in wrestling, and I don't understand why WWE kind of forgot about it. Like, I know some of you feel the same way. When I was a kid, I used to listen to WWE music unironically. I just listened to WWE music as if they were just regular songs because they were that damn good. You can take any talent from the 2000s or 2010s. Doesn't matter if he's a main eventer, a jobber, mid-carder. Jim Johnston makes sure the theme song fits him. A wrestler's theme song can actually make you like a wrestler just because of his song. A good example is Alex Riley. I remember being like, he's alright, you know, I'm not the biggest fan, but oh boy, that theme song makes me wanna care. Say it to my face! So what happened? Well, in 2017, Jim Johnston got released. And of course, WWE music took a big poo-poo. Then we entered the CFO era, and it wasn't the same. Everything became a lot more generic. Now, with that being said, we still got quite a few bangers when they actually tried. For example, Shinsuke Nakamura's The Rising Sun or AJ Styles' Phenomenal, which was quite of an accident because the theme song wasn't even written for AJ Styles. I think it was for James Storm. But for whatever reason, it fits AJ Styles like no other theme song would. CFO weren't Jim Johnston by any means, but it seems like they still got the point. To be fair, I don't think we'll get another Jim Johnston in professional wrestling. This man had talent. Well, CFO are no longer with the WWE too. And I think that's the reason why we're getting so many theme song changes. And now Def Rebel is making WWE music. And how do I put this? I don't want to blame them, but lately WWE music is absolute trash. Pick a wrestler, maybe insert a catchphrase, and basically pick any royalty-free music from YouTube. We did get some bangers like Roman's Head of the Table, Seth's Visionary, and Lashley's Titan. But even those songs aren't spectacular. One reason I don't like WWE music nowadays is because there's no vocals. What happened to people singing in a theme song? Why is it so basic nowadays? Now, obviously, I know not every theme song needs vocals, that's ridiculous. But by getting rid of them almost completely, every theme song sounds the same. I'll talk about current WWE theme songs in a second. If you watched this year's Royal Rumble match, you probably found yourself thinking, wait, who's that? Like back in the day, I sound like an old man. Back in the day when in the Royal Rumble match, someone comes out during the first 2 seconds, you can tell who it is. Everything sounds so basic now. Look at this photograph, ladies and gentlemen. This is the WWE roster from, I believe, 2010 or 2011. And this is still from Jim Johnston's era. Most of these wrestlers had very memorable theme songs that represented their characters, no matter if they are a main eventer, lower mid-carder, or a jobber. Let me give you a few examples. Now, obviously, all of the main eventers had an amazing theme song, but I want to talk about some less important wrestlers. Evan Bourne, basically Ricochet of that time. Amazing theme song. Can you compare that to Ricochet's theme song? At all? Zack Ryder. Yeah, it's a bit cringy, but it was an absolute banger. The Great Khali. Banger. Ezekiel Jackson, Santino Marella, Vladimir Kozlov, and who could forget about Yoshi Tatsu? You get what I'm trying to say? You listen to that theme song and you see that wrestler. Teddy Biasi had an absolute banger. I used to really like Teddy Biasi mostly because of his theme song. It's like when making music, Jim Johnston was like, okay, this person is from here, he does this, he says this, he moves like this, he acts like this, he looks like this. I think I have an idea. let's work on this. Nowadays, it's like, okay, we have a character, he has a catchphrase, I slap some rock music on top of it. No, wait. He moves a bit faster. So we speed up that music, ladies and gentlemen. And it's crazy because we have so many interesting characters in the WWE right now. It seems easy. So let's talk about current WWE theme songs. For example, Rick Boogs. I just remember it being some generic ass music. You know, Cesaro actually had possibly the worst theme song in the WWE in a very long time. It sounded like some kind of a movie trailer. Sami Zayn had a perfect theme song, and now it starts with the intro, and of course it jumps straight into royalty-free music because that's what we do nowadays. He's a heel. That means he has to have a boring theme song. I get it. He's a heel. Maybe it doesn't work as well. But there are so many ways you can just change it up and still make it work with the same theme song, or at least make a good one. And it seems like it happens often. For example, Dirty Dogs have a great intro, where basically a different person is singing Dolph Ziggler's theme song. The intro is good, but then it's just some royalty-free music. Same goes with Ricochet. His previous theme song, I believe, suited him pretty well. Like, even when I think about the name Ricochet, I can kinda hear that theme song. It makes sense. I can't explain. You probably know what I'm talking about. I don't remember anyone else having a song that didn't fit them as much as it doesn't fit Austin Theory. It has some cringy ass rap lines, and it doesn't represent his character at all. My man is acting hot, taking selfies, and he's coming out with some rap music. Damian Priest in the first place didn't really have a great theme song, but for whatever reason, they decided to give me a worse one. WWE women in general got some really bad theme songs lately, but Shayna Baszler takes the cake. Shayna Baszler, in my honest opinion, had one of the best female musics in the WWE. It had these Brock Lesnar vibes. You can give that theme song to a lot of, tough guys, and it would make sense. When you hear that theme song, you realize that it's about to get dangerous. And now, of course, it sounds exactly like everything else. In my opinion, this was the worst change. And it sucks, nowadays it's really hard to get over in the WWE, and now especially, we don't have that important element. Like back in the day, we even used to get excited about entrances. Luckily, we still have some of these guys left, but the new guys really got screwed. So yeah, that was my rant about WWE music. It may not sound important, but trust me, it is. WWE music nowadays has no personality. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.